Alright.
Activity started.
And we're off. And it's Saturday morning, everybody. It's Steve. And just getting started. It's 6:45. And the temperatures are already in the mid-70s, heading up to the mid-90s. So I am meant to get out early before the sun got out. But we'll take it as I have it. Well, the last time I ran was Tuesday this week. I did a back-to-back. And Tuesday didn't feel so good. I mean, it felt good at the time. The rest of Tuesday felt bad. So, give myself a few days break before getting out here. And then this is just a shorty. So I have other things I'd like to do outside today that don't require too much effort, like sitting on the riding mower. But this heat really is hard on the old heart. So I just need to take it easy these days. It's been a very busy week at work with music camp. And I described that previously. I think they have their dress rehearsal today. And then shows tomorrow at 4 and 7 p.m. Have the air conditioning at work blaring like crazy all week. And one of the hottest weeks of the year. There's more heat where that came from. So today we're going up to 96. 94 tomorrow. 98 on Monday. Well, maybe we're heading into the worst part of things. Just finishing the trek here through the Q-Mart parking lot. It's interesting the way I felt Tuesday, which is not interesting, it was awful. But the interesting part is, if you look back at your Fitbit heart rate, and the max was 148. That's just kind of danger zone for me, I guess. That's where I was last Saturday, during the 5K. So I don't know what the difference was. Maybe the day's rest leading up to it versus the day before running with a max around 10 beats lower. So still learning my paces. By the way, for any of you even thinking about a heart attack, please, please don't. Getting back is not easy. But for those of you who know someone who has had a heart attack, encourage them to keep going on. That's what I'm trying to do. It's not to be discouraged, so discouraged by the way I feel badly. And I mean, it's hard to describe. A nauseous feeling and, sick to your stomach, but not, I mean, I still would feel hungry, so I didn't lose my appetite. I just lost an appetite for feeling good. So I like feeling good. Well, let's see. Really haven't heard from Anna all week. She has been up where there really isn't much of a signal in Canada, Yukon. So she returns Monday. And Margie is going up down to Philly to pick the team up. Something like 10 a.m. So they have a red eye. Be nice and tired. Oh, let's see what else. Mitchell's had girl problems where there's just he sees an incompatibility. So evidently the girl is super nice, really sweet, and it really hurt him to come to the conclusion that this wasn't what he was looking for. She's just not social the way he is, doesn't engage in interaction over ideas like he does. But she's the nicest. We never met her, but from the way he describes her, there's absolutely nothing wrong with her. But he sees himself in a in a situation that's just going to lead to frustration. I hope he did his best to be friendly about it, because things can really go sour. There's no hard feelings. Just doesn't really want to be in that relationship. I guess it's nothing I ever experienced where a girl wanted a relationship with me so badly. Oh boy. Until now. 29 years of so badly. Didn't start out that way though. There's me more pursuing her. So there's another girl that he really takes a shining to, but she's moving away. Like away. Back to family. So from DC to, I don't know. As they say, there are other fish in the sea. So I hope this girl has a heart is not too badly broken, and that she does not feel a bitterness. I know that may take time, but that's my prayer. And that she not see him as a jerk, but just his own person. In the meantime, Wayne is making his plans for moving out on August 1st. He went down yesterday to help secure an apartment. I'm not really sure it sounds like the best situation. I think he's just willing to let other people do the work, and he'll just accept what they do. Turning here onto Noisy Street. From Hellertown Avenue to Broad Street. And then just getting back over onto Front Street and heading back home.
Minutes, 29 seconds. Distance, 1.00 miles. Average pace, 12 minutes, 28 seconds per mile.
So it'll be about 2 miles. So, let's see. He said yesterday they bought a couch and love seat. My question, Margie and my question is, where are they putting it? Until they can move in. And what are they moving it with? So maybe they've got it held until they can move it. It's running here around the old railroad tracks. It's kind of where I took a picture of the long shadows the other day. It's not the nicest looking spot. An old railroad yard. Kind of quaint, but kind of messy. Across the street from landmark memorials, a tombstone place on the corner of Front and Juniper. Well, I tried to stay up to watch some of the convention doings on Thursday. Didn't really give much attention to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Even though in the media there was plenty of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday coverage. Couldn't stay up for the Donald's long-winded session. I thought he was doing a good job at delivering his speech. It's very consistent with him. So I feel that Ted Cruz is really getting the raw end of the deal. He came out and gave, if you read the transcript of his speech, great speech. Says what he supports, says what he thinks has gotten the country to where it is, says these ideas need to be promoted and continued on. So, all things good. Everybody loved the speech until the very end when he wouldn't say, and I ask you to vote for Donald Trump for president. And I accept his explanation the day after, saying, you know, this whole pledge to support full force the party's nominee, and this guy trashes my family. Sorry, that just absolved the whole pledge. You know, it's supposed to be political, and that kind of personal attack is not political. It's just vile. So attacking his wife and then his father-in-law or father. So, and then dumb Donald, sorry, my bias, dumb Donald gets out there and like, oh, you didn't like me saying that kind of thing? Oh, well, here's some more. Just hard to believe that this is the party's nominee. So somebody very appropriately pointed out that the cry has been for, hey, we need to make the Constitution mean something again. Not just a president going his own way or a justice system going its own way to write rules when it's the Congress's responsibility. And Donald made no references to the Constitution in the long 76 minutes that he spoke. So very interesting. I think the people caught up in the Trump persona sadly are just kind of caught up in mob mentality. Doesn't matter what is said or not said. He's our guy. He's going to change things. He's going to make us great. Doesn't matter how, as long as he delivers. I don't think that President Obama has lived up to his constitutional scholar background. he even said that it wouldn't be appropriate for him to do things he's done on the basis of constitutional grounds. Well, he decided not to continue out of his own frustration. And so now he's unfortunately setting a precedent that I don't think Donald Trump would be able to overcome. I think it would be, well, he did it. Kind of like your kids, you know. Hey, who took the cookies out of the cookie jar? Andrew? Well, Mikey did it. But Mikey took one, and you got 6. But Mikey did it first. So, I don't know. My feelings are my thought process would be Hillary should have this one in the bag already. But I don't think she does. So some have pointed to some of the speech of Ivanka, who gave a very, very good speech, and Donald. Some of the things they were claiming, if you think about them, are pretty outrageous. People will do what I tell them to do. Like, who is that? That's not a president. But like I say, the groundwork has already been laid. But so, you know, there's plenty of ammunition for Hillary, but she just does not, she scores very low on the likability factor, and likability isn't what a president should be nominated or voted in for. But that's the world in which we live. And she just is not so good at that. So she just comes across as disingenuous. When she tries to tell a story to relate to you, it feels anything but relatable. It's just not her. So anyway, I have no idea what I'm going to do come November 7th or 8th or whatever it is, election day. I have time to think about it. Okay, done with that subject. Almost home again. Running by the pond demonstration for the pet shop at the Q-Mart.
Time 24 minutes 39 seconds. Distance 2.00 miles. Average pace 12 minutes 18 seconds per mile.
Okay. Reached the edge of the sidewalk parallel to my house. Oh, forgot to say we went to see a movie last night. Margie and I made a nice dinner together. Of a broccoli salad and then a zucchini lasagna. So in place of noodles, we had thin sliced zucchini.
Activity stopped.
That's just stopping my apps now that I passed by my mailbox.
Workout summary. Total
As is
time,
my usual
25 minutes.
habit
51
here.
seconds. Total distance 0.
So I should turn that off too.
Miles. Average pace 12 minutes 26 seconds
There
per
you go,
mile.
12:26 pace this morning in the full sunshine. The moon is out. I don't see any stars. Clouds. Oh, that's not true, I do. I see some to the, direction is that? To the south. That's it. Pretty blue sky otherwise. Oh, thanks for listening to my rantings a little bit, or my considerations. I have a former boss who is in Indiana, and he was a big Bernie Sanders supporter. So he says lots of, well, actually, he would say some things in support of Bernie, but it seems like the more active a person is, the more negative. Of course, that's what you heard from me this morning. Negativity toward other people. Next time I'll try to extol somebody. If I can find somebody to extol. Maybe not in politics. It's just a tough one. So he will put out these statements that seem awfully harsh. And I have plenty of friends who put out harsh statements. But I feel like I can interact with him. And that's what's nice. I mean, sometimes he comes across with some snarky comments back to me. But I try to just, I don't know, he's still the owner of the company I once worked for, so I have a deferential respect that I will show him. And he's my elder. So there's that. And it just seems to make sense to try to engage in a conversation where, okay, I may be really off. Maybe I've got some things to learn or some things to consider. But have you considered this too? So it's that kind of dialogue. And sometimes he'll say, give me a for instance. For example, he was complaining about probably Trump's speech about fear-mongering. And I think the Republican Party has done its fair share of fear-mongering. And I remember that at the end of George W., there was a lot of accusations of fear-mongering. I felt like the first couple of years of the Obama administration, there was plenty of fear-mongering that turned right around back at people. If you don't vote for this stimulus, everything's going to go terribly. If we don't raise the debt limit ceiling, everything's going to go terribly. If you don't vote for affordable care, nobody will be able to afford the care. Nobody can afford the care, except catastrophic. So, Mr. Cicada, up close. Ooh, green one, cool. Green-bodied. I guess he's shy. I got close and he's kind of quiet. So, anyway, I was trying to say as much, that I seem to remember that the Obama administration used the same tactic. You know, never let a disaster, or never let a, let's see, not disaster, never let a something, never let hard times go to waste. And so I said, I seem to remember the same thing. And he says, well, you know, name it. What speech or part of speech do you remember that? I don't remember specifically. I just remember having those thoughts like, wow, all of that talk about not being fear-mongering, and then they're turning around and using the same tactic. So anyway, I don't always come back with good things, but I feel like at least I can give a response, and he doesn't lambaste me for being deficient. So there you have it. Wow, wraps up another talk. Well, I hope that I am feeling better today. Didn't use up all my energy or my heart, so that I can do more things. So for a Saturday start, this is Steve, and I'm gonna sign off from very dry Quakertown. Yeah, all that rain came through the other day. 60-mile-an-hour winds, look out! And then it just went around us, and we didn't get a drop, maybe a sprinkle. And everything is dry here. All the berries that I was looking forward to picking are all drying up. They're not very good. The garden is a disaster. So I'm thinking about replanting green beans while I still can, and then maybe we'll get a later crop. But that means I need to do something with my fence around my garden. Deer have leapt into the garden and eaten it down to stubble. So we need to try to see if we can save something of the garden. All right, well, this time I really am signing off. So thanks for hanging in there for the last bit. This is Steve. Take care, everybody. Keep safe in this heat. Bye-bye.